Jeff, when you do these non-ball swings, you are moving your weight off the back foot to the front foot really well. This is something you don't do effectively with your ball swing. Also, as I suggested, you are holding your finish and reflecting on how it feels to be on the left side. Very good. Posing in a solid finish on the left side and reflecting on the feeling of how you got there was the main goal of this drill. But that reflection needs to be on a swing movement that comes closer to one that simulates a tilt in the spine that would create a club path that would hit something close to the ground. Many of your practice swings had a club path 6 inches to a foot off the ground. The quality of the drill will be greater if you do this same drill but set up to a tee and hit a tee with the same swing. That was a good observation of seeing how your turning of the head caused you to alter the swing direction to the left. And I agree, there is a cause and effect with this movement. But I think this movement is not present with your ball swing or a good practice swing that would be targeting a tee or a spot on the ground. Here we see you in the sixth position where the club is parallel to the ground on the downswing. And you're right, your eyes are already pointing way past the golf ball. And as you continue to impact, your eyes have moved even further. And you're certainly not looking down at an object that you would be trying to hit with this swing. And that particular movement does cause the shaft to go a little bit over the top, and you end up going a little bit more to the left. But that is not why you hit balls to the left, because you don't do that particular movement when you swing on a golf ball. On the left is your sixth position as you hit a golf ball, and you're looking pretty much down at the golf ball. Practice swing on the right is a partial simulation of a golf swing, but it's not a complete and full simulation of a golf swing. And because you weren't hitting at something, you allowed some movements that are false to both your swing one and your swing two. If you did a non-ball swing but were trying to hit, say, a tee, I do believe you would not have this head turn. Your ball swing on the left, we know hits balls to the left, and so we cannot say that that occurs because of the turning of the head, because you do not turn the head on your ball swing. Even at impact, you're basically looking straight down the shaft. You do not need to spend time in learning how to not turn the head in your golf swing. And so we need to refine the drill so that you do this same drill but hit a tee or something on the ground. The other thing I really like about this practice swing is how you maintain the tilt in your spine all the way up to the ninth position. Your spine angle is approximately 24 degrees. Grant Waite's spine angle is only 3 degrees more. It's 27 degrees. You have swung your hips underneath. You can see how you're off your back foot. Look at Grant's back foot on the tip of the toe. You're on the tip of your toe. You've got your right knee flexed, and you've held that spine angle. That's a very good position. Really, visually, the only thing that's different is Grant's looking here, and you're looking basically right at the camera. On the left is your ball swing, where you actually hit the golf ball, and you can see how you have lifted up, and you're almost standing straight up. On the right, your practice swing, holding your spine tilt as you swing under. I have you in the ninth position. Your angle of your spine is about 24 degrees. On the left, you haven't even reached the ninth position yet, and you're at 12 degrees. So you have half of your spine angle. You can also see how you're not shifting to your left. Your right foot is still almost flat on the ground. Your right leg is almost dead straight. In fact, both legs are almost locked straight. So it would be wrong for me to do too much nitpicking with your swing on the right, because there are just too many good things about it. The key is to continue this drill swing and to continue to focus on how it feels. But we need to just refine the drill a little bit, and let's make sure that we're doing this exercise while hitting a tee, so that we do learn to feel the club swish through that rubber tee. And you want to almost add the focus of the feeling of the sound of speed, of swish. One of the things I haven't talked to you about regarding speed, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being as fast as you could swing, and we would never want a golfer to swing at 10, but there is a perfect tempo speed for your golf swing, one that generates control and power and has good form and consistent form and has good balance at the end. Sometimes it looks as if you do not swing fast enough and that you're capable of swinging faster than you are. So I want you to mix different speeds with this same drill. See if you can achieve this look on the right, but generate a lot of swishing speed at the tee and really whip it through there. If you were to arbitrarily give me a number between 1 and 10 of how fast you think you're swinging, let's say, for example, you told me, well, it feels like maybe a 6. Well, I would want you to experiment with a 7 or an 8 and see if you can't maintain this form and balance with even a faster swing. If 8, for example, was the perfect swing speed for you, that not only means that 9 is wrong, it also means that 7 is wrong. You need to try to find the perfect fast swing that you can control. One of the ways that I've helped some students hit the ball further is I simply gave them instructions, swing harder. And, oh, swing harder? Yeah, swing harder. So I want you to try to swing harder than you are right now and see if you can do that and still maintain this good form that you have right here. The swing into the camera view is a rare view of golf swings. When you go on YouTube, you don't really find very many of this camera angle. And I think it's an excellent camera angle for instructional purposes. I had the opportunity and privilege to video Brian Smock's golf swing while he was working with Joe Mayo here in Las Vegas. And I got down on the ground and videotaped his swing as he hit the ball over my head. I really like this camera view, and I thought you'd enjoy seeing it also, and how similar your two swings look. They are excellent. And if we were to make a list on the left of all the good things we see, and on the right make a list of the things that we had maybe some issues with, I guarantee you the list on the left is going to be a lot longer than the list on the right. So that looks really good. The only thing is different is kind of what I talked about a little while ago regarding what you're doing with your wrist through impact. I think that is an issue we need to deal with. I had mentioned that I only want to work with your good practice swing and not so much your ball swing. Obviously, I'm going to have to do some references to your ball swing, but as I look at your practice swing and the good form that it has, the only issue I see in it is the rehinging. That last video I sent talked about some rehinging drills, and I think those are important drills for you to do to get more club speed, and it allows you to create club speed out of this wrist hinge. So two things. One is to continue these practice swing drills and holding your finish, but we're changing it now to make sure that you do those drills at a tee. So you're going to try to create good speed. You're going to try to do some power swings, and I'm going to try to really swing hard and still have that nice reflective finish. And before I leave this section of the video, I want to respond to one thing that occurs naturally in every golf swing, is that the club head goes to the left with every single golf swing at some point in the swing arc. I've circled the club head of both Grant's driver and yours, and now I'm going to circle it in your next swing frame so we see your club going from there to there. And if you focused on that, you may think you've done something wrong, that it's obvious you've swung to the left and that's why you hit it to the left. But you're simply observing a natural phenomenon of every golf swing. Every golf swing goes to the left after impact. If you're looking and observing your video of your swing and you see this club do that from this camera angle, I don't want you to think you've observed a flaw in your swing. You have not. The ball is not responding to this red arrow. The ball only responds to the path of the sweet spot during the impact interval, which is the the length of time the ball is on the face of the club, which is 4 microseconds. The sweet spot travels less than a half an inch while the ball is on the face of the club. So that's the space and time that causes balls to go to the left or the right or straight. And the fact that we've seen the club head travel to the left over a 6 feet space has nothing to do with what happened in that fraction of a second of impact. The final thing I want to cover in this video is the relationship between maintaining spine angle to the club speed. Losing one's spine angle is usually associated with how it affects swing direction and ball flight direction, but it also has a tremendous effect on your ability to create club speed. In position 1, you have a spine angle of 27 degrees, which is very close to Grant's 29 degrees. The shaft angle to that spine angle is 72 degrees, and Grant's is 80. In position 1, you have only a small difference. At the top of the backswing, you have lost almost 50% of that spine angle, which is now 15 degrees, while Grant not only has maintained it, but increased it to 33 degrees. In the 5 position, Grant has a spine angle of 26 degrees, but also, and more important, his shaft is 74 degrees to his spine angle. Your spine angle is 19 degrees, but the critical change is now the angle of the shaft to that spine angle is only 48 degrees, which is a 24-degree change from its starting angle. At impact, you have raised your spine, so now it is only 15 degrees, and your shaft to spine angle has dropped to 46 degrees. Grant's spine angle is almost the same as when he started at 28 degrees and has a shaft angle of 67 degrees. Why is maintaining your spine angle an important part of creating power? When you rotate your shoulders and hips around your spine axis, the maximum amount of power that rotating force can deliver is located at a point 90 degrees to the spine angle. The closer the shaft angle is to this 90-degree strike zone, the more club head speed you can deliver with your rotating force. Jeff, in one of your videos, you were asked to get a bat and feel how your natural baseball swing feels, and use that feeling when hitting a golf ball. Your natural baseball swing swung the bat on a line that was close to a 90-degree angle to your spine. Your spine was upright, so you could swing level. A golf swing is very similar to a baseball swing, except you are swinging at an object that is located below the strike zone of a baseball swing. So what do elite golfers do? They tilt their spine, which automatically lowers the strike zone of their natural baseball swing. What if we took the top half of Grant's body and pivoted up so his spine angle was not tilted? These are interesting pictures I created of Grant's swing in the starting position, the end of the backswing, at the 6th position, on the downswing, and at impact. They are 2 pictures combined. From the waist down, it is the same as the original without any alteration, but from the waist up, it is tilted. This illustrates how Grant is rotating the club around his spine, the way a baseball player swings a bat at a ball. So one of the other drills I want you to do are some speed drills. In an upright baseball position, create a good swishing sound. Test how loud you can make that swish and still maintain good form and balance. I didn't in this video, but stick some tees in the ground and do some swish drills through the tee. Try to break the tee. This drill will do 2 things. One, it will create the correct feeling of taking the club back with a rounder feeling rotating swing, and not so much of a lift the club backswing. One of the things you need to create and feel is a much flatter backswing. You can see how Grant's shaft is crossing his bicep in this 5 position. Your ball swing's 5 position has a shaft up on top of your shoulder. So before you do the swish drill, set your arms back in this 5 position and just in a static pose, and turn and look at it and look at the shaft and make sure it looks as low and as flat as this picture. Don't just do it by feel, but really set that club down in a lower position, and from there you want to shift, pull, and throw the club through the tee. As I do this swing, notice how my shaft crosses my bicep on the downswing. And 2, it allows your body and mind to develop a single focus of creating a loud swishing sound.